Hey guys, welcome back. iOS 11 beta 2, iOS 12 beta 1. We're coming back at you again with another features video, part 2 already. Because just between the time I uploaded the first video, there's already some new discoveries that I've discovered. So, the first part of this video is going to be focused on the ones that I discovered since that video. And then the second half is actually going to be me going over a list somebody posted on Mac Rumors, which was actually based off of the release notes. So this should be the final, only two parts to this features thing, should be the final part, because I now have a list. First, just the ones that I discovered on my own. I have a list here, so let's see. Okay, I saw that the screen actually gets brighter when you, do you see that? When you click into a folder, the screen gets much brighter. It's hard to tell on the camera because it equalizes almost instantly. But you can see it before it equalizes, a small flash of light. It gets quite a bit brighter. And it stays bright in person. It does not equalize. So that's pretty interesting. In settings, the changing of notification settings has got a new interface here. Albums has a new look. The initial page of albums, you can see this. And then you can click see all to get an expanded view, and in case you have any more. And then if you scroll down, you get a different view. Let's see. And then here we have other stuff. Here is recently deleted. It's no longer in its original place. I had a hell of a time trying to find this, so I just saved you guys quite a bit of time. You're welcome. This one should have come a while ago. On the iPhone 10, app switcher, no longer you have to hold down, none of that jack crap. You just swipe and then swipe. Just like it used to be. Where there used to be a level feature in the compass where you could check to see if a surface was level or not, it has now been moved to the Measure app. From here we'll be moving on to the one that was posted by Bang Lozad on Mac Rumors. He just posted basically a list, simplified list from what is posted in the release notes of iOS 12 Beta 1. So let's get straight to it. This should be pretty comprehensive, and I am skipping the ones I've already covered, either because I found them by myself in this video, or because I already covered them in my previous video, so be sure to check that out too. But getting straight into it, first one is this. Scan QR code is now an option in the Control Center toggles. Face ID now has an option to set up an alternate appearance. In Safari settings, you can now toggle whether or not to show icons and tabs. In the Siri and search part of settings, you now have option to set up your shortcuts, which is a big new feature of Siri. Basically, you click on one, you can record a set phrase where if you tell Siri that phrase, it'll do something for you, like open one of these notes or something like that. You can, of course, add more shortcuts for like calling people, all that stuff. Suggestions on lock screen is also now a thing in the Siri and search settings. As I touched a little bit on the privacy improvements in the previous video, this is sort of building off that. It's kind of a privacy thing. You can now choose to reset identifier in the Stocks app, or rather the Stocks settings, and this also applies to the new Books app and Podcast app, all in the settings. You have a brand new interface here for the battery stats. Now, whenever you take a photo through the iMessages app, you have this, effects, where you can customize things like add stickers, add your Animoji, add your Memoji, all that stuff. And then additionally, after you take the picture, you can still have access to changing those effects, and you can also edit it and mark up. And then, of course, you can send it. I already went a little bit over voice memos in the last video, but there is some more stuff. First of all, I neglected to mention the icon, or the app change, like the actual picture. And then if you click into the settings of it, we actually now have audio compression quality, which you can change, and you can also change the default recording name. It now defaults to recording location rather than the recording number. However, you can still set it as recording number. They now also automatically delete after 30 days. However, I set mine to never, and you can also set yours to whatever you need. Markup has gotten a revamp. You can see now, when you select something, push down on it, you get this. You can change the shade of it, opacity rather, and the line thickness. I am actually not sure, admittedly, if this was in iOS 11, so comment down below if it was. Because I just happened to discover this. And yeah, this one wasn't from Mac Rumors. I discovered this. But maybe it was already in iOS 11. I never used it. I don't know. But back to the Mac Rumors stuff. It now has a very, very wide color selection, rather than just the boring old, 6 colors. Now, while using Bluetooth, for example AirPods, you can skip back and forth in terms of seconds for the podcast app. And finally, you can actually change in the settings of the podcast app how much each skip button changes by, as you can see. So that's going to be it. I don't anticipate making a third video on this because I don't think there's going to be any more changes people discover, simply because these were Apple's release notes, so this should be pretty comprehensive. But if anyone does discover any more that I did not cover in this video or my previous video, please do leave them down below and I might make a part 3. So yeah, thanks for watching.